How are you dealing with the intake and demand and governance of that?
So a lot of that again was, from the governance perspective, identifying, who are the people that represent the different modules, applications, capabilities of the ServiceNow platform. And by that, I mean, who are the people that have a say on whether or not we do the things that we do in those areas. And so we started to establish that, right? Starting to build basically a Visio of a diagram saying, these are the people that represent those different areas. So we knew who to go to, and then implementing that within ServiceNow, right? Using Flow Designer to say, when a story comes in or an enhancement, right? We redesign. So that, by the way, that comes in via service catalog item today. And on that catalog item, before you start to move through the catalog item, you're selecting essentially, what is it from an enhancement or story perspective within ServiceNow that this is going to impact? Is this on the incident side? Is this on the catalog side? All the things that we talk about, the different applications and modules. And then from there, building a flow on the back end that essentially says, if this story or enhancement comes in and it happens to impact incident management, it needs to go through from the governance perspective who represents within AAS incident management. So they get an approval that comes in, right? And that approval gives them details on the enhancement or story with a link to it. So they can go view that as well and dive in a little bit deeper. But they're the first level of sort of gatekeeping that and saying, yay or nay, we're going to proceed forward with that enhancement or story. And then when they approve it, right, it then comes to me. And it comes to as well our administrator and our architect of the platform, the ITOM CMDB individual I mentioned before. And the three of us, any one of the three of us essentially then look at it at that point, and then we go through and approve it to proceed forward. So once it goes through sort of those two portions of approval, then it moves into the backlog, right? And that's where we meet with our managed service on a biweekly basis and say, these are the ones that have gone through for approval, and these are the things that we're going to proceed forward with. And then we have X number of hours with the managed service, right, partner to develop those things. And we ensure, right, that we're meeting the capacity of what we have on a month-to-month basis. So we're not exceeding that. And we're not going vastly below that as well, right? We want to get the most bang for our buck. We get a use it or lose it scenario essentially with those hours. And so we want to make sure we're coming in as close as possible to the amount of hours that we have on a month-to-month basis. And we're also funneling those things through, like I said, that flow that we redesigned and that catalog item that we redesigned to make sure that we have the right eyes on those things and it's either going to go forward or it's not. And before we had none of that, right? It basically just went through, the managed services picked it up and they just said, yep, we'll go ahead and proceed with it without anybody saying yay or nay.